Hello, hello.
UPI.
Just a minute, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Mic testing. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Okay, it's working. So, welcome to the stream, guys. Uh, my name is Raza, as you all know, if you have seen my previous videos. Okay, so I'm learning basically Python from the scratch. I don't have any coding experience from before. Okay, so this is my first experience in coding. I'm learning Python from CS50p from Harvard on Professor David Malan, and I'm sharing my progress online. So for the accountability and for yes, mainly for the accountability purpose, yes, Mm. so that I can be consistent with my learning. Uh, okay, and last time when we were solving the problem set of the week one conditionals, we were stuck at this problem meal time. Okay, I told that we'll solve it in the next stream. So today we'll be solving this problem in the VS Code. So basically I figured it out. So we'll try to solve this problem at the moment. Okay, we'll take the input from the user. Okay, in the format like user should give the solution in sorry, uh, I should not write. Okay, user should give this or this format, the time in these two formats. So basically we will give the input in these two formats. We will take the input. Okay, then we'll split the string. Okay, we will split the string in hours, comma, uh, minutes. Okay, as it is told over here that we can split the time using the split function. Can split time dot split using the uh, this um, semicolon uh, value. Okay, so the time between uh, semicolon, this side will be hours and the right side will be minutes, so it will be assigned to hours and minutes. Then next we will okay, sorry, this will I think be in the convert function where we'll take the time. Okay, and we'll convert the time. Mm, okay, so the time will be string, I think. Okay, so I think we can take this over here. We can paste it over here. So I think this will be okay. We can split the time over here and then convert the new hours. No, uh, we'll give HRS, I think. Yes, for the hours, and we'll take it to be hours plus we want the hours and minutes and like a point value. So I think we can do it like hours plus minutes. I have to, I think, convert this to integer first, and then we can convert the hours and minutes into decimals. We can divide this by 60, and we can then return hours. Okay, so basically we can take the input, then we can convert it over here in this function only. Okay, convert time. Okay, and then we can define it like this, and then we can I think if we forgot this line. Okay, if this one and then this one. Okay, so I think we can call this like this. Yes, so basically now it should solve the problem. I think I mean, just a minute. Just a minute. Yeah, I think I'll have to change the directory in I have to go into code mail.py, change directory mail, then I think I can code here, and now I can run mail.py. I think we have to, this is a string value, so I think this is an invalid syntax, that's why. Okay, now we can call python mail.py. Okay, after if function there is an indentation, so basically there was an indentation but we removed it. Don't know why. So I expected that this is like different from others, so I just called the main function extensively, but it's not like that. We have to give under if function, and then we have to give indentation over here. Okay, so basically it was a problem again. Okay, now we can call the function. Okay, now it is demanding the time. So like it will not do anything. I think it will not, it is just asking for the time. So if we write it like this, it will not do anything. It will just be like nothing, like it will not give any output because we have not expected, we have not given any like we have not given any argument to pass the output. So we can we'll now put the conditions. Okay, we'll now define the conditions, so that if hours, sorry, if time is less than, okay, 7 is less than greater than, okay, we'll pass this argument greater than or equal to, and otherwise it is greater than or equal to 8, then it should print breakfast. And similarly we'll take this two lines and we'll just copy paste it below. Okay, now we'll just change the timings. Okay, so for uh, 12 to 13 it was, like if it is 12 to 13, we'll just take it is lunchtime, and then it was dinner time. We don't give any output for like any other values than this. Okay, and 18, 19. Okay, so we just print 18 and 19 over here. So most probably it will print. We can use elif. It's not necessary that we use if. We can condense the code and we can use elif function. So now I think it will use my calling and it will work. Just wait a minute, I don't know why it is getting stuck in between every now and then. Okay, so if I type 7 like this, okay, then it will show sorry, time will return hours. So can do this like this also if you want. JS if it works. Uh, time, it's not, it's converting the time. Just I'll check the code once. Just a minute. Okay, so I think this should be time only, but I think we are making some mistake. It is telling that in line 5 in main, if 7, not this one, above. In this one, greater than or equal to is not supported between instances of integer and string. How is time a string? First of all, is it possible like this? Call it like this. Is it possible to solve like this? 7 1 0 0. Why is it bugging so much? It's still showing that this is a string and this is an integer, so it will not support like a this greater than or equal to function between a string and an integer. So how do we convert this into a integer? time, he will enter the time, then we will check it over here. We will do this function. We will put the convert function. Okay. So I think we have to define convert. It down. So maybe now it should work. Seven 200. Like first time. Okay, now it's working. Just a minute. If I write 7, it's still big first time. Okay. Then if I write 8, sorry. If I write 8, it's still breakfast time. If I write 18 is to 15, 18, 15, it's dinner time. If we write anything other than that, like 20, it will not show anything. Okay, so I think that's fine. Now it is showing with 7. It is showing with 7:30, 12:42. Just a minute, let me call with 12:42. What is it showing? It's showing lunchtime. Okay, it's showing lunchtime. It's okay, basically. Then read my stream and did my stream and sorry, just a minute, guys. It's working. It's working fine. So now we have solved the problem. So there is a challenge. Uh, there is a challenge to convert in AM and PM. But unfortunately, I don't know how to do this. I'm not basically ready how to do this. Like I have no idea how to see some solution or something to get the idea. For now, just confused with that solution. So I'll see the solution and then I will perform it. Okay, so see, we'll just upload this solution and then we'll move to the next week. CS50 is bugging so much, like mad bugging. I don't know why. Problems are just a minute. Okay. CS50 problems 2022 Python. Did I put to me? Okay. Yes. It should give green smiles, then it's okay. Otherwise, it's not working properly. And just let me close this everything. Waiting for the results. Yeah, so this code is okay. It is giving the results. Okay, all the green smiles are there, so I can submit this code online. If you want to write the comments, we can. No, I'll leave it like this. I don't want to write comments. Submit 50, CS50. Why copy? I have learned one shortcut. If you want to just copy and paste code, we can do it by Control Shift V. So before I used to do like Control V, but it was not working. But I searched the shortcut online, and now I found it that it's Control Shift V. So basically, yes. Array, did I type up once again? Why? Okay, it's bugging. I think I should restart this. Okay, it's already uploaded. I think I should once restart this VS Code and then uh, we'll continue to the next week. I think I don't need the VS Code now. We can continue to the next week. I think this is finished. So if I figure this out and if I see the solution, I will share it online. Okay, if I figure this out somehow. Okay, I don't know. I'll just check out the solution once, most probably, and then I will share it online. Okay, I'll prepare it in the code itself and I'll share it online. So now we'll go to the loops. I already saw the video of loops. So now basically it's not required to see the video. We can just discuss the nodes. Okay, quickly. So like loops. Loops is an essentially loops are a way to do something over and over again. Begin by typing code. Okay. So like if you want to do some things in repetitive way, you want to uh, print from 1 to 1000, so we'll not do like 1 print 2 print 3 till print 1000. Okay, it's a very dumb choice. So we can use one function uh, predefined by Python called loops. There are two types of loops basically. One is while loops and other is for loops. We'll see while loops and for loops both. Okay, so he's telling that if you want to print meow meow meow, then you won't print it like this. If you want to print this meow 1000 times, then it will be a very tough task to print it like this. So he's telling that to solve this problem, the loops are created. Okay, loops enable you to create a block of code that executes over and over again. Yes, so if we give one condition that like print meow 500 times, so we'll give 500 numbers, so it will run once and print meow, then it will run again, it will print meow, it will run thrice, it will print meow, every time it will run until it reaches 500 times, then it will stop. That is the function of while loops. Okay, so the while loop is nearly universal throughout all coding languages. It is there in every coding language, C++, Java, everything. I don't know any of the languages, but I know because I saw the lecture he told in the lecture. Okay, so in while loop we can the syntax is basically like we can predefine some variable like I is equal to 3. Okay, so it's very Pythonic. The code is very Pythonic. We can read it basically like English. So that's how we read it in English. We can read the code in Python. That's the wonder Python creates, and that's the reason why people love Python so much, and that's the reason why it's called simple. So basically, can just read this like this: while I is not equal to 0, print meow. Okay. So if we run this code, it will 0. It will print meow. Okay. So it will print meow, then it will come again. It will print meow. It will come again. It will create an infinite loop like this. So we will not run this code. We have to do something to stop this infinite loop. So we will create something else which we can see here. Okay, so if we run this code, it will create an infinite loop, and it will not be the computer will not be able to handle this code, so it will crash the system or something. So we can press Ctrl C on your keyboard to break out the loop if the infinite loop is created. So to fix this loop, like we don't want to run it infinitely, we want to stop it after 3 times. So we can just after once the code is run, okay, we can put this condition, so it will take the I. So the first time I is 3, so it will come, it will check it, I is not equal to 0, it will print me out. Then it will check, it will take I, it will give I the other value, it will take the original I, and it will minus 1 by it. So next time the I is 2, so the next time it will check, it will run again, it will come here. Third time it will run, it will come. Fourth time it will run, it will come. Then if it is equal to 0, then it will not run, it will stop over there, it will stop the code. Okay, so if we run this code, okay, print meow. If we run this code, okay, code python cat.py. No. Okay, so we'll create a file called, okay, it's taking so much time, I don't know why it's doing like this. Cat.py. Okay, so we'll take this code from here and we'll print it. Not this one, we'll take it and print it over here, so we can see this, that the code will be run python cat.py. It will print the meow 3 times. Okay, so it will come again and again until it is not I is equal to 0, and then it will stop. So like instead of decreasing the amount from 3 to 0, we can increase it. Basically, like we'll print, it will be more logical to print it from 1, like if it is 1, print 1 meow, then it is 2, then second meow, then it is 3, then third meow, and after that it will stop. So if we can keep 1 plus over here, okay, plus 1 over here, and then we'll change the condition to less than. If I is less than or equal to 3, it will print meow, and every time it prints meow, it will increase the I plus 1. So this will print it. Okay, we'll change the code and we'll print this like that. Okay, so basically it will print, just a minute, know why it is like this. Okay, in while we'll give the indentation, in here also we'll give the indentation. Now it will work. Okay, so You basically see it's working now. Okay, so you can put 1, it will come, so it will print 3 times meow. Then we can start from 0 also. We can give the I value of 0, and then we can give like I is less than 3, not equal to. Otherwise it will print this 4 times if we give equal to. If you want to see, I can take it here, we can print it. Okay, it will give if you give equal to over here, it will print 4 times. Just a minute. Okay, if I run this code, just a minute. Why is my computer being like crazy today? This. Okay. Python cat.py. So see, you saw it. If we did equal to or less than or equal to 3, then printed 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, 4 times. If we give, if we remove the equal to sign and we want to print only until 3 from 0, it will take 0, it will take 1, it will take 2, it will not take 3. So it will only print 3 times. If we now run the code, it will only print 3 times. Okay, that's why removed it. Okay, so we can see the flow chart. What it is doing, it is starting, it is giving the value to I, then it is checking that if it is less than 3, it is true, it will give meow, it will plus, it will add 1 to the I, so it is now 1, it will check. If it is less than 3, it will print. If it is plusing 1, it will be 2. If it is less than 3, it will give again. Now it's equal to 3, so it will come here, it's not less than 3, so it will be false and it will stop over here. Okay, so then after this, we can use while loops like this. After, we can give some boolean condition or something, and then we can use every time like this. Every time while loop is used, mostly it will be like this. Okay, the boolean, there will be some condition and there will be some variable by which we can check the while loop. Okay, so while loop works like this. Then for loops, in for loops, for, so basically for loops is like while loops, it does similar job of looping the uh, range, some condition, but it doesn't take like a condition like while loop. It uh, takes repetition for every values in some range. Like for this example, for I in this list. Okay, so it will go in this list and take 0 first for I, then it will take 1 first for I, then it will take 2. So there are 3 values, so it will go 3 times and then it will stop. So if we print this also, okay, if we print this, then it will give almost similar value. Okay, so it will give similar values. Okay, it will print 3 times. Okay, it went in this list 3 times and it printed meow. Okay, then if you don't want to give the list like this, like if you don't want to define it like this, that go, this is hard coded 3 times. If you don't want it hard coded, if you want to give like 1,000 times, you don't want to write every one numbers like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 until 1,000. We want to write it easily. It should be some, there should be something. So there is a function called range. We can use it to define, we can use it with for loop, and we can take the range. So it will not take the number which is there in this bracket, it will take the number before that number. Okay, so range works like indexing. So if we just take, okay, this, and we put for I in range 3. Okay, so it will go until 3, like but it will not take 3, so it will go 0 1 2, and it will stop. So it will run the code, it will be okay, everything will be okay, but I think there is a semicolon over here. Yes, there is semicolon. So we'll take Python, it will print 3 times meow, it is, everything is okay. After that, if you want to print until like 1000, okay, then we have to give like this, but this will also not print like until 1000, it will print until 999. After that, we will have to take the one meow again, so we have to take till 1001 and then it will print until 1000. If you create like this has been done for 1000 times. If you want to see this is literally 1000 times. Okay, so now after this, uh, yeah, he also told that this variable we are not using it again after this. Okay, we are not writing it anywhere. So if you don't want to, if you want to use variables like this, we can just remove this variable. We don't need this variable. We can just put sorry. Okay, so we can just put underscore in place of variable. We don't want to define any variable because we are not using it anyway. And we can use underscore as a variable and it will do the same job as I or something, some other variable. It will do the same job. Okay, so basically we can do the same thing with multiplication function also. If you don't want to bring the for loop over here, okay, if you don't want to print for loop, okay, we can just take meow, okay, and we can multiply it, like it will just do the same function. It will take uh, one string and it will add concatenate like strings with one another. Okay, it will do the same thing, like if we add meow meow, then it will take meow meow, but if we multiply it, it will automatically take and concatenate it. So if we do it like this, okay, then it will do the same function, it will solve the same function, but there will be one problem, you can see. Okay, so it's not printing in different lines, it is printing in one line because, so because print function doesn't print new line in between, it prints at the start, sorry, at the end, it prints a new line at the end. So if you don't want it like that, we can just put hashtag and then space. Okay, if we don't put space also, then also it's okay. And then afterwards we don't want the already default function to create a new line. Okay, we'll take it and we'll print it like this. We just don't do this, then it will print 4 lines, it will create one more line, and you can see. Okay, so it printed 3 times, but it at the end of it, it created one more line. So if for that reason we did this coding, and we removed the default uh, and operator. Okay, so it will do the same thing, so we can see here. Okay, after that, improving the user input. Okay, so here is telling that okay, so here is telling that we can use the loop function to create an infinite loop, but for our use, not purposeless. We can use it purposefully, and we can use it for one example, like if we want to the user to give the value. For example, if we want the user to give a value greater than or equal to 0, okay, but he doesn't give, so we have to ask the user every time he gives other value. uh, we have to loop the input, uh, like if we ask what's n and he gives negative number, then we again ask him what's n. So if he gives again negative number, it will ask again, and like this. After he gives a positive number or equal to 0, we can break the loop. Okay, and we can come out of it and we can print something. Okay, so we can use continue, break, and loop function for that. Okay, like for here, while loop, while is true, and integer we are asking for input in numbers. So if the number is less than 0, we'll continue. Will not uh, like we'll continue the loop, we'll continue the loop, we'll continue the loop. Yes, we'll continue the loop, and if it is greater than 0, okay, if it is some output, we introduce two new keywords, continue and break. Continue explicitly tells Python to go to the next iteration of the loop. Yes, continue, it's like literal meaning of continue, that don't stop over here, loop again, don't stop, continue, don't stop, continue. And break will be like break the loop over here, don't continue. Okay, break it over here and give the output, break it over here, break the loop, break the cycle. Okay, uh, it's telling the same story that I told you over here. Then if we tell the user will break, it will come here. Okay, then we'll give the function, it will give the like this is created this function like to print the meow however many times the user wants. Okay, so if you print this over here, the purpose of this function will be it will ask the user the number of times he or she wants to print meow. Then if it will check if it is greater than 0, it's not negative, so negative times we can't print it. Okay, so if it is greater than 0, it will take the n and it will print meow for that number. If it is not greater than 0, it will continue the cycle and it will ask what's n, what's n, what's n every time. Okay, so for example over here we'll clear this, then ask. Okay, so we'll ask what's n. So if it is -5, okay, so if we give the input -5, it will again ask what's n. It will again come over there and it will ask -6. It is taking so long. I don't know why today the server is a little less fast. So it will again ask, so until we give some value greater than 0, it will not print it. Okay, if we give 1, then it will print once, meow. If we give 5, it will print 5 times. So if we give less than 0, it will not print, it will ask again that give the some positive outcome. Okay, so this function is used like this to create a purposeful loop, infinite loop. Yes, so first of all, for this also we can create a function. Okay, so like we create a function get number. Over there we take this condition, and over here we don't do break. Like it will break but it will return the value of n, so this function it will return something. Then for meow in n will print meow. Okay, so we'll just take the meow function, and in that function we can put get number function. Okay, so whatever value, then it will go to the meow and get number. First it will call the main function, it will call the main, in main it will call the meow function, it will call the meow. Then for that meow function it will ask get number. So firstly it will get number from the user, it will create some return for n, and then it will take that n in the range n, and then it will print meow. So it's a proper function, proper program to get the number from the user and print that many meow. Okay. So did we see the lists? Oh yeah, yes, lists. He introduced lists over. These are called lists. Okay, so the square brackets are used to uh, portray lists. Okay, so we'll see more about lists. Okay, so we can create lists in this format, like with square brackets, and that we can give very different types of uh, values. Like we can give strings, we can give integers, we can give some other thing. Okay, so it is just similar to like string function or any other function. We can take the index and we can do the indexing, and we can call that function out. We can print that function out, print that value out. Like if we call student 0, this is the index 0, and it will print Hermione out. This one will print Harry out, or something like that. Okay, and if we want to print all the students and we don't want to use this, if there are 1,000 students, we don't want to use this, then we can just take student and students. We can use the for loop, and we can loop it in the list like this. Okay, it will print all the students. Okay, or if we don't want to take students in students, okay, if we don't want to do it like this, we can use it like this: for I in range. So this range, it will accept only integers. It will name of the list. Okay, so it only accepts, it will not accept directly the list, the range function. It will accept only the number. So we can give it like the number. Yes, the in function also, this is also used with number. So for example, if you want to check the length of this list, you can use the len function. It will give like 1, 2 and 3. So it will print here 3. Then for I in range 3, basically, so it will be for I in range 3, it will print I plus 1. This is the index only. You don't use this, it's not a big matter. Okay, so for I in range 3 for now, otherwise length of students, this list. Okay, it should print students of that length. Okay, of that I, like the number, it will increase one by one every time. Okay, so that's all about length. Okay, we can use the length in the list. That was this. Then what if you want to assign like uh, the houses to the name in the lists? Can't do it in lists. Okay, lists are only accepts one value, and we can't link anything to this. A data structure, yes, a table data structure that can be used. It's called dicts, but like it will take the values also, like this. If we make two lists, one for students and one for houses, if you want to combine these lists, like Hermione is in Gryffindor, Harry is in Gryffindor, Ron is in Gryffindor, Draco is in Slytherin, like this. Okay, so we can take the students and we can create a dictionary. Dictionary generally comes within the curly braces. Okay, so we can give like Hermione is the key over here. This is key, this is values. Okay, so with semicolon we can assign something to Hermione. It's Gryffindor, it's Harry, it's Gryffindor, Ron, it's Gryffindor. So if you want to print the houses of particular person, like if you want to print the house of Hermione, before we used to call from the index like Hermione and Gryffindor. Okay, but if you want to print only the houses, we can call directly the key. Okay, we can call the Hermione directly, and it will give like the name of her house. Okay, so it will give this value, this output, or of this code. Okay, we can improve the code. It is telling that we can improve. If we don't want to write every time this, okay, then we can just take for student and students, and then print student. Okay, so if we use this code, it will create one error. If we use this code, it will create one error. Let me show you. Create this code, it will show one error. Oh, yes, if we just call for student and students, it's not printing like the houses of the students, but we want the houses of student. So we can, how we will print that? We used Hermione, Harry, Ron, Draco. So for that purpose, there is another type of code that we have to write. Okay, so it will print the student. Okay, so we can just print the student house. Okay, if you want to print, so basically the student over here, it's an index. Okay, it's a key. Okay, the name of the student, so we can use it as an index, we can use it as a student. So if we use it like this, now it will print the houses. Yes, it will print the houses. But now what if you want both, if you want student and the houses both? So we can just take the student over here, we can print both, we can print houses and students. Okay, if you print it like this, it will print Hermione Gryffindor, Harry Gryffindor, Ron Gryffindor. So like it is looking like if we have assigned last name to the Hermione or Harry or someone, but we don't want it like a last name, we want one separator. So the basic separator in this one is already been default, that is space. If you want to change that, okay, if you want to put comma and space, you can change it like this. Okay, so now if we run the code, it will give comma Hermione comma Gryffindor, Harry comma Gryffindor, like this, something like this. Okay, then we can clean up the function. Yes, it's telling the same thing over here, it will print like this. Now if you want to give some patronus to each and every person, we can give that also, and we can give that. But for that, like, we have to nest something, like we have to create listed dictionaries. What is it called? What's it called? Like Hermione Gryffindor, Otter, Harry Gryffindor, Stack, Ron Gryffindor, Jack Russell, Draco Gryffindor, and none. None is used basically for zero value or empty value. It's not like a string or something. It's none. It's predefined in Python for empty value or like none basically. Okay, if we print this one, okay, if we print for student in this, then we take the student and name, the student and house, student and patronus, and we give the separator comma this one, it will print house wise. You see, just we will run this code, it will print nicely. Okay, so it's printing everything like in order, like how we wanted: Hermione Gryffindor, Otter, Harry Gryffindor, Stack, Ron Gryffindor, Jack Russell, and Draco Slytherin, none. Okay, so like this. Now in Mario, he told that there is a stack of bricks like this. Okay, uh, in like this in the Python. So basically, we can create something like this in the Python, like manual. Very unfortunate. I don't know. It is the first time I'm getting these problems. I think the internet is an issue. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yes, internet is an issue. Mm, I hope it will connect as soon as possible. Okay, now it's connected. So we'll go over here and we'll create a new file called code.mario. Now we'll create remove this. That's why it is creating problem this also, because the internet is a little slow. Okay, so sorry for the inconvenience today. Most probably tomorrow it will be as good as possible. Okay, so we can take this from here and we can input it over here, and we can see that it will not go to Mario. Write Python space Mario. Okay, so it has created 3 hashes, like 3 bricks. It's very small, but uh, it's very small, but we can make use of it and can just see like we have created similar to this by using the for function. Okay, if we do something else, we can create this also. Okay, now if yes, we'll give probably a proper program for this. We'll define first of all print column. Okay, and we will create a function called print column of height. Like for this in range of height, it will print hash. Okay, so if we give this function, okay, we give this function over here, it will take the input. Yes, it is taking the input over here 3 and it is printing the 3 times. Okay, if we give like something to take the input, okay, so h equals to int input and what's h. Okay, then if we print, oh sorry, we have to write h over here. Now it will work. Okay, so we'll take the input from the user, we'll take the h. Okay, and we'll give 5. It should print hash is 5 times. Okay, yes, it's printing like this. Okay, we have created a proper program to put the values, to put the h manually, and we can output that many hashes, that many bricks. Okay, so if you want to print it horizontally, okay, if you don't want to print it like vertically every time, if you want to print it horizontally, you can print it, you can print the horizontally also. Just wait a minute, we'll take this code from here, can print it over here. It will print question marks horizontally. Okay, so this one will also, okay, uh, okay, now this will be okay. Like if you don't want to give particular number, like if you don't want to hard code any number, you can create an input and we can print it directly. Yes, it will create the similar type of function, it will create a similar type of output. Yes, okay, let's give the output, Baba. Where is it? Sorry, over here there is an indent. Python doesn't accept any indents. It is very strict in that matter. Just give me the value, man. Okay, if I write 5, it will print horizontally 5 question marks. Today the internet is very difficult. So I think after this, finish this quickly and then we will continue it tomorrow from over there. Okay, so like if you want to print square, yes, range size, we'll first print j. Okay, for the same size. Okay, you want to first, okay, and then we'll remove the operator, so it will print horizontally directly for every type. Like if you type 4, it will print it 4 times horizontally, and it will not end it directly. After that, we have used print again. So after it finishes once, this loop, oh, okay, once it will go in this loop, okay, it will finish once. Like if we have given 4 by 4, okay, then it will go in first line, print 4 hashtags, then it will come outside, it will print a new line. For this is for the new line, it is blank, okay, it will print new line, a output like this, okay, yeah, okay, so it will give beautiful output if you give the size, okay, yeah, the size is like directly hard coded like 3 by 3. If you want to give 5 by 5, it will print it. It will not take any longer time. It will print 5 by 5 square. Okay, see, like this. Okay, oh, this is for creating the squares similarly to Mario game. Now after this, we will take the same code and create the functions separately for everything. Okay, we'll create functions separately for creating square. We'll not put it everything in one line. We'll create separate functions. We'll call that function. It will give the same similar output. Yes, this can also be one way creating the same output. Yes, it will give 3 by 3 square. Oh, that was it. Okay, this was not in very deep. This was very uh, like light introduction to like real world examples. So don't be that much scared of this, and we'll continue it from tomorrow. Okay, we'll solve the problems for the loops week 2. Okay, so we'll solve the problem sets of week 2. I think there are 5 questions similar to the first week and 0th week. We'll continue with the loops, and if we can finish 5 by tomorrow, I will come prepared. We will try to finish 5 problems from this. Okay, and by tomorrow, we'll start the week 3 day after tomorrow. So we'll finish the problem sets tomorrow, and we'll continue from week 3 day after tomorrow. I will come day after tomorrow. I will come by seeing the video, and we'll revise this like today, and then similarly we'll finish this. Okay, so if we take 1 day, and 1 day for revisions, 1 day for problem solving. So I think we have left this one problem solving, then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 14 and 15 days. In 15 days we can cover this course, we can finish this course. Most to most we can finish it in 1 month. We can take double. Okay, and under 1 month, until 9th of February, I want to finish this course anyhow. Okay, so thank you so much for joining. See you